What's good, gang? What's good, gang? What's good, gang? Today I'm doing intro because I'm just the best. Yeah, today it's 3 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon. As usual, you know the time. Should know the time off by heart by now, really, like, to be fair. So, yeah, it's that time of the week, the best time of the week. Youth Lounge Podcast is back again, baby. And today's a special one, gents. Today's a special one. It's a pretty hot topic, I'd say. But at the end, we also have an announcement. So yeah, stick to the end, listen, watch, whatever. Like up on the YouTube, Spotify, whatever you're listening on or watching on. Yeah. So to introduce our first guest or host, actually guest host, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Zaid, the boy. You muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh. Awkward. How are you, Nick? How are you
I'm
to
good,
all the
thanks to
viewers as
you. I'm good,
well?
thanks to you. I'm finally seeing the hair after
Yeah, you're lucky you
many,
actually seen hair because if this was a month ago,
many.
you wouldn't have seen hair.
Okay.
Yeah, very awkward.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks good.
doing it as
Looks good.
some
Looks
sort
good.
of, I don't know, it's some endurance thingy. But anyway, we also
Uh,
have Rick, our
we have
co-host.
my bae with
Hi
me.
everybody, it's your girl Ricky, and I am here for the 14th episode of the Youth Lunch Podcast with my boys. I'm very excited to get this episode going. It is a hot topic, as Nick said, and special announcement at the end. Yes, indeed. Um,
I think it's
the
not so
man
special
who's always
announcement,
screaming at us. Yeah, the man screaming at
but we'll
us in the
get into that
beginning
later.
will be here later because of his technical difficulties. So I mean, yeah, but
At
this
least my ears
topic,
weren't my
let's
ears
get
weren't
it and see
abused.
what
Finally.
goes on.
My ears finally tolerated life. They finally like it.
Hi, Rory.
It's fine. You guys will have your
Yeah.
normal intro
So
back
cancel
next week.
culture, what is it?
Cancel culture,
Canceling
the
people
worst
based
thing
on,
ever invented in human
Some
society.
might say it
In
was
my
the
opinion.
best.
No,
yeah,
in my
promise.
opinion, in my opinion, worst thing ever made by human, like by society. I don't agree with it at all. But that is something that we shall get into. What is cancel culture? What is your definition of cancel culture?
Yeah, can I go first?
Yes,
I
yes,
feel
go
like
ahead,
it's a
go ahead.
temporary thing. It
Abo,
doesn't
Ricky.
last forever. It's like you're cancelled for like a good amount of time, and then after that, everyone forgets about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I think it started off in the US around 2017 or so. And yeah, basically just disagreeing. If a celebrity says something
I
that you
think
don't agree with,
cancel
then
culture for me,
straight
it's
away
like
cancelled.
if
Yeah,
someone does something.
Again,
problematic.
not problematic. Just dis- in disagreements of something somebody in disagree. Let's just
Hmm.
say in disagreements of Twitter. In disagreements of Twitter. If Twitter does not agree with you, you will get cancelled.
Yeah, Twitter is a violent place. It's very rough
Yeah,
out there. And I've actually been on the
Definitely.
receiving end of
it's a
some
bullshit.
really harsh exchanges on there. But
Oh,
nonetheless, we've
we
yeah.
have we have the the ear abuser himself. The I don't know this guy
The
that that
screamer.
that thing that
The
thing. Look at
man
him.
who was in a do-rag is no longer in the do-rag. Sunglasses guy. The
Nah,
guy
man.
who
Is he in a school
supposedly
uniform? Are
looks
you
like
in a school
Vivian and
uniform?
the guy from The Matrix.
No, bro.
There's
Like
a lot of people.
this is just me. Like this is just my outfit for today. You know, this is just
Is that your outfit
my
for chilling in your room?
That must have taken a lot of effort.
Ah,
Oh,
he's
and he's
gone.
gone.
And he's, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it must have taken him a lot of effort to dress like that. I mean, with online
Facts.
schooling, I've just got so lazy to actually dress. So,
Facts. I put a beanie on for the first time in like years. I've never put a beanie on before, and now I realize beanies low-key suit me.
Yeah, they do.
Years. Okay, that's a
Years.
whole
I
other
don't wear.
conversation.
I hated
Wow.
beanies. I thought beanies were disgusting, but now I'll put one on again.
No, I can't say anything bad about beanies because they helped me a lot, as you can see early on the past few weeks or so. So very helpful. They've become my right hand man. Anyways, back to topic. Cancel
Yeah.
culture. Yeah. So Nick, what's your thoughts?
Mine?
I see here someone's comment says if your opinion is unpopular and ostracism.
Nah.
That's
If
quite a big
your
word.
opinion can be
But yeah,
your
I
opinion.
guess
Yeah,
if you have an
actually,
unpopular opinion or you do something that's, yeah,
hey, it depends.
if it's
It depends.
unpopular to like the general public, like something wrong or offensive, then
But
you
the
get
thing
cancelled for
is,
that. I think
but
if you do something
the
offensive, you
thing
get
is, right?
cancelled.
The thing is, this is where I don't agree with cancel culture. Right? I agree with it where where the person has done something wrong, then by all means cancel this person. But it's
Yeah.
when I've seen celebrities get cancelled for mistakes, or not even mistakes, but for stupid things, for things that aren't wrong, aren't. It's just their opinion, not racially wrong, not to opinion that will offend anyone. Just somebody doesn't like that opinion, so they try and cancel them, and then a whole community gets behind them and just, you know what, let's cancel them. It's it's very much based on somebody else's opinion that you have. My
I
guy,
have just bear with me while I sort that out.
Rotations. Okay, it's fine. Hey,
Yeah.
continue. Okay, give us an
Basically
example.
crazy.
What
Okay.
is something that you think is dumb to get cancelled over?
oh no,
Didn't they cancel Mr. Potato Head last year or something, or the year before that?
yes,
I don't
yes.
know the full circumstances around that, but when I heard of it, I thought that's
What's something
something
dumb to
dumb.
get cancelled over?
She just said Mr. Potato Head. They cancelled Mr. Potato Head last year. Wait, there was another thing.
For
Wait,
what?
what's it? I've forgotten what
I
it
can't
was.
remember
I could
actually,
Google it right now.
but it was something to do with, I think it was
Yeah.
equality or something like that.
The smooth criminal is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let's
Yeah, it's
cancel
been
him for that. He came late.
yeah,
Let's
Facts.
cancel him.
Cancel him for that.
Cancelled
it's
So
it's
on the
it's
sorry.
spot.
it's been a
That's
it's
a red
been
card.
a weird day for my computer, so I'm like actually using my tablet now. So
Why does
yeah,
your tablet have better? Actually, wait, no, never mind. I can't hear you.
my tablet has a better what?
Nothing. Leave it.
All right,
Leave it.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay, sure.
Those-
What's
So we
something
need
dumb
your.
to get cancelled over? Let's go.
Wait, no. I first want his opinion. Cancel culture. What is cancel culture to you? First of all. Second of all, do you agree with it? Yes or no?
Cancel culture to me, and I might get this wrong.
Please don't.
I
Yes.
don't think he's gonna agree with
It's
it.
it's
I don't either. And
it's basically when someone like on a public, someone with a public image, a very public image, like someone very popular or famous, does something that we as the society or online society.
Hey. Don't involve me in that cancel culture stuff. Don't involve me.
Okay, like social society or certain members of social society decide is incorrect or morally wrong.
Yes.
Take with what Will Smith did, for example. A lot of people don't agree to it, and he slowly. It seems like the punishments that have come along with that seem to be him almost effectively being canceled. Not a lot of people I think are trying to do business with him right now.
Yeah.
The whole ban from the Oscars thing. So he can't really do much about it. He can't really say anything or do anything. He's just gonna have to take it like a man. So I think being cancelled is basically being almost downright outcast or alienated by society because of something you've done, whether it's um, an insult to a religious group of people or something that just the general public does not agree with or is actually annoyed or offended by. Do I agree with it? Hell no. I'm not a fan
Thank
of
you.
concept. I mean, you
Thank
guys have seen how many times I dig a grave for myself on this. Like I if like cancel culture might end me one day, so I can't be a fan of that. But yeah, I think also cancel culture is the stuff of trolls. You know, like
epitome
it's
of
it's 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 the child of trolls, and I personally don't appreciate when someone just downright says, "Oh, you're this kind of person," or "You're not allowed to do this because you did that." Oftentimes, when people are cancelled, it's not even for something they genuinely mean, but
it's
there
dumb.
are instances where you could say it's correct because some people do very bad-ish, and well, they get punished for it, rightly so.
See, this man didn't. This man couldn't have put it in better words.
It's actually the first time I think I'm agreeing with Besejo on anything here. So that's amazing. I think we're all on the same page. Ricky, are you with us?
No, she agrees with cancel culture. Look at her.
Wait, you actually agree with it, Ricky?
Let's not judge her. But
Yes, I am with you.
oh,
I'm here.
for real.
Are we on the
Wait,
same
no.
page? Okay.
Are we on the same page, Ricky? That's what we're saying.
She
Do you agree
agrees.
with us, Abu?
What's happening there?
I agree.
That's
I think that cancel culture is effective for the time that it works, like in the beginning, and then like after a while you become irrelevant, and the thing you've done becomes relevant as well, and then it's just like, okay, back to normal. Like especially
nah.
with TikTok celebrities, they've been cancelled for something, and then they bounce back, and then it's like nothing ever happened in the first place.
What
Like
about Troy Shepherds, bro?
2020, Charlie D'Amelio got cancelled, people got cancelled. Like it's a temporary thing on TikTok, rather, at least. But in Will Smith's case, I guess that's a more harsh form of canceling, since he actually got consequences for his actions, other than like losing followers and you get them back later anyway or whatever. So yeah, that's what I think about cancel culture. It's
And do you
temporary.
agree with it? Do you agree with it? Yes or no?
I agree with the calling out of a person, but not like it doesn't work. I don't think I agree with it. No, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Okay, I think we seem to have some sort of consensus here this afternoon. So Lynn says cancel culture can potentially ruin someone's career.
Yes, it
Very
can.
much so, yeah.
It can. It can, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like it, right? Because cancel culture can potentially ruin someone's career, and it's all decided within somebody else's opinion of what that person has done or said, right? If it's bad, like what if somebody's done it, but let's say, let me give a celebrity. Let's say Megan Fox. I don't know why I have her in my head, but Megan Fox. Okay, let's say Megan Fox has done something terrible, like, or let's say she's been racist or she's been blatantly homophobic or whatever, and then I think then cancel culture, fine, it can ruin her career or whatever. But it's when somebody, I don't know, does something and somebody else doesn't agree with it. It doesn't offend them or anything. They just don't like it, so they try to cancel them, and that effectively ruins their career. But it was pointless. Like you didn't have to do that. Like if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then I suppose if they actually done something that was not exactly wrong, but just maybe one or two people didn't agree, and I don't
Exactly.
think that should have a very major impact on their career.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, what do you get cancelled for though? That's not worth it. Like, I get
Last year, being a man.
racist or homophobic or what.
Actually, wait, no. Actually, nah. Wait, like, actually, nah.
Nah, bro, say it with chest.
Nah.
Say it with chest.
Never mind.
Nah,
Never
say it
mind.
with chest. Say it with chest.
Nah.
You know you feel it. Say it with chest.
Tell us, we're listening. Come on.
Nah. Let me,
Say it
let
with
me,
chest,
let me.
We
man.
want
Okay,
to
wait.
listen.
I'll say it, but let me rephrase it. Okay. So last
Alright.
year, men on Twitter were being no. Last year, men on Twitter were being um cancelled. Just men, the whole gender, men. Just the whole. How do you cancel a whole gender? First of all, second of all, right? That's just dumb. Like I know it was for a cause of awareness. That was for gender-based violence. But
Mm-hmm.
then don't come at all men. But at the same, but I can't say that.
Say it, man. Nah, we'll say it.
We're
Down.
Say it
listening.
with
Go
chest,
on.
man.
Just say
I'm
it the way
going
you think it.
down.
One thing we promote here on the youth lounge is you talking your ish. Say it with chest.
It's a
Okay,
safe
sure.
You know
space.
you
So
believe it. Say it.
okay, sure. So right, I just feel like it's been like it was taken out, not taken out of context. It was taken and made into a much larger scale, if you know what I'm saying. Like it started out
Yeah.
as um mm, what was it? Not kill. It wasn't kill. Was it kill all men? It
Because
wasn't kill
men
all
are
men. It was
trash.
yeah. It was men are
Yeah.
trash.
That's it.
Men are this whatever. Right, but it started as like rapists or abuse uh, female abusers, whatever, or trash female that this that and other. Then COVID all of a sudden became men, and then after that it became if you don't agree with men are trash, you're part of the problem. Hello, so
Ricky, do you
that
believe
Yeah.
that?
so
Do
that
you
was
do you believe in this movement? Do you believe in the movement? Number one, and number two, do you
this guy's out for
what's
smoke.
this?
This guy's out for smoke.
Yeah, no, I am. You see, came with the black team today. So, do you believe in the movement? Number one, and do you believe that if guys don't agree with that sentiment, they are also a part of the problem?
Well, I believe that in that movement, the perpetrators were men. Therefore, the statement men are trash is relevant to men. And if you don't agree with that, people will say that
all
no,
men,
it's not all men, but
all
it
men,
is
or
men. What?
all men,
All men, or
or just
No.
or actually wait. Why are we going off topic then?
Yeah, I mean this
I
intersects
no
a lot with
listen,
the
man.
previous conversation we
This
had
thing,
on
men are trash not to cancel anybody. It's just a statement to say that listen, men are trash because of the few, or I don't know,
no,
Wait,
but
wait,
when
wait,
you
wait,
say when you
Ricky,
say
Ricky,
so,
Ricky,
wait,
Ricky.
basically what you just said because some guys are trash, all of us are trash.
therefore men are trash.
That's
Yeah.
basically what.
Okay, sure.
Mm.
So now because of this situation, and this brings me on to a comment, right?
You're part of the
Do you
problem,
think
Nathan.
Johnny Depp?
you're
You're
making that
part of the
connection
Do
before
problem.
I am.
you think Johnny Depp is a victim of cancel culture? Right? I say no. Okay, sure. So, but if if um if what's her name? The Amber Heard? Is that her name?
Amber
Yeah,
Heard.
Amber Heard.
Yes,
Yeah.
her. Yeah. So she's a male abuser. So now can we say women are trash? Because if we're using
That's
your
exactly
logic,
what I was gonna say.
we can say women are trash.
Women are trash because
And you
you
cannot
know.
say that not all women because then you're part of the problem. You see, that's and now you can hear it. Now you hear it. It's
Yeah.
wrong,
And
right?
it makes sense. It makes sense.
I'm
But
only
it's kind
lying.
of for example. I mean, if
Are
you
you
can
lying, man?
explain, I
Are
mean,
You
you
if
don't
you
lying,
can
man?
believe that
explain,
though.
but like, no, I'm saying what you're saying makes sense. Not the statement women are trash makes sense. It doesn't
Oh,
make any.
okay,
It doesn't
sure.
have a nice ring to it. besides the
What are
point
you?
anyway.
Wait, oh, so men
Doesn't
are
sound
trash
nice. You need
sounds
to work
nice.
on
Is that what you guys
that.
say? Does it sound? Is that the reason? Like you guys just
Okay, wait,
like the way men are
Doesn't
trash?
sound
Yo,
nice.
that
No.
sounds nice. Eh? Let's
It's
make
too
that
many syllables.
a
See,
whole.
men are trash. It's fast. It's quick. Men are trash.
But it's
Women are trash. It's just a lot of. It's a lot of unnecessary work. Point is that I get what you're
it's an
trying. The
extra
point you're
syllable.
trying
It's
to
just
make,
one extra syllable.
but it's a movement. It doesn't matter. It throws off
it's
the
a movement.
balance.
Yes. Okay, okay,
It's a
sure.
movement, so
But
therefore it stays like that. And people who tend to say that not all men are trash, they're defending themselves. I feel like that's a thing of, you should know that obviously if you don't do anything, that you're not part of the problem, that you're not part of the men that are trash. You get, you're not part of the men that are trash. You're just a man who's not in the men are trash. But you must
Yeah,
understand that
Ricky,
but
I
there are
get
literally,
what
men
you're
that
saying.
are trash.
I I get it, but I think there's a generalization that's happening there.
thank
And I think
you.
Nick's question is that if it can happen to men, why can't it happen to women?
Yeah,
If that
that's a good
Because
generalization,
question.
you
if it
guys
can
don't
apply,
speak up
if it
on
can
it
be applied in one
as
No,
much
instance, why not
because
the other?
as
right, this this Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case has brought out a lot of men that have been abused by their missus, or by women, right? It has shown that it does also happen to men. So now, if we really wanted to, this is just people being petty. I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying do it, but if men really wanted to, they could be like, women are trash, which they are not. But if we're going on your logic, then, or not your logic, but if we're going on
yeah, I get,
the whole
yeah.
logic of cancel culture, we should be able to do the exact same thing.
Well, then I
And
agree.
that
Then
is
then that
where
makes
and
sense.
that is
That
where
makes sense.
cancel culture doesn't make sense, because it is somebody else's it's a few other people's opinions, right? So if men wanted to have the opinion of, okay, now women are trash, they still can't cancel people. They can't cancel anyone, because I mean, women don't have that opinion, so they won't cancel them. It's but when women, let's say, have the opinion and want to cancel them, they just go for it and then say that if you disagree, you're trash.
Okay, well, if that were to be reversed and then there would be a hashtag saying women are trash, then obviously using the logic of men are trash, and if you don't agree you're part of the problem, then
Well,
obviously, okay, then I would agree that, okay, yeah, no, women are trash, because I know that the women that they're referring to, listen, the women that are being referred to are the ones that are um abusing people, because I know I'm not part of that woman, and that's something that you deal with
exactly.
on your own, because
Thank
you
you.
know you're not part of the problem, so it's
You're
just the
not
rest
part
of
of it. You're not part of it. The
exactly
other women out there that don't abuse are not part of it. It's just
equality all the
those.
way.
It's
If
just
men can be
those
You
that
trash,
know what
women
trips
can
me
be
out.
trash too.
You know what trips me out about that statement. Um,
What?
uh, there are girls who love their fathers to death. There are girls out there that I know myself. They love their fathers. They love men in their
yes.
family. They think the world of them.
That's
And then
another
they have
thing.
the freaking gall to tell you straight to your face that all men are trash. That is the stupidest argument ever, because then you're saying effectively, by virtue of your dad being a man, or by whoever you like, whichever male that you appreciate and love in your family being a man, by virtue of them being male, they are indeed in fact trash. And like, does that make sense in y'all's heads? Like,
No,
because
but the
like,
point.
you need to think about that. Like, because every time you say men are trash, you're basically calling every male individual in your life that you care about trash.
No, the
So you
point
need to
of that
hold that.
statement is
Bye.
directed to men that abuse.
Yes, yes.
Just
No, no,
because
Yes.
no,
it
no,
says
no, no,
women,
no.
you
It's
need to read
not.
between the lines, dude. You
You
can't
it's
You
read
not.
see,
between the
you see there.
letters. You
You
can't
see
be.
there.
Now we have to read
Anyway,
between the lines. No,
Reading
no.
but
between the
like you
lines.
say, no, but like that,
Come on, Ricky.
you
Read
should. The
between the
statement should be
lines.
changed to abusers are trash or whatever. Don't say men, because then you're saying, by
But who
saying
were the
men, you're saying
abusers?
all men.
Who
Who
are
were
the
the
abusers? Who are you
abusers?
No,
saying?
Abusers
You
were
do realize there
men.
are female abusers as well. No, you do
We
realize there
just
are
Yeah.
female
we
abusers
just
as
But
well,
where's the
bro.
hashtag? When the
we just
hashtag comes, then I will stand by the hashtag then.
The hashtag is being
hey
You see,
suppressed.
If
hey
it comes,
you
then
know what I
I'll be
love
there and I'll
about
say,
being
yeah,
a
women are trash.
ah
Those
ah
women are
gents
trash.
about gents
The abusers. Okay, fine then. Let's change the hashtag. Let's change the hashtag
listen,
to
I don't want to
yeah.
have but I don't want a woman
There
are trash
shouldn't be a hashtag, bro. We're not gonna fix this on social media. That's not how this works. Just saying that all men, you're basically
This,
saying every man is
see,
trash. No,
this is
so
why
basically, anyone who says men are trash now, right, and they get a boyfriend or someone who's really good to them in the future, basically what you're saying now is that guy, regardless of how good he is to you, he is trash. And I don't know, bro. I'm someone who believes in manifestation and speaking into the universe. So if you're gonna say that, and I just know when they break your heart, when you're running into guys that break your heart, play you and dribble you like this is basketball or this is the NBA final, you know what you were saying, bro. Like you asked for it. Like you spoke that into the universe. I feel like it's a very negative thing, and society says it so much. You guys don't actually realize. Society says it so much that some guys are actually starting to believe that and live by it. So yeah, what you don't want is the very thing that you are creating. Like the way you guys treat us and everything, that's
how
basically
did we get onto
forging.
this topic?
Do you believe you are trash?
Um,
No.
do I believe I'm trash?
Hmm.
Me personally, I'm not gonna answer that
Something you're
question.
defending it
But
so
what
much,
I am
like somebody has
saying,
called you trash or something.
mm,
Is there a
mm,
hashtag that
mm,
goes around saying let's say was trash?
yeah, someone has said
Hashtag
I'm
let's say
trash
was
before.
trash.
Okay.
Like someone has said I'm trash before, but they love me at the same time. I don't know how those two things can fit in the same sentence,
Saeed,
but I'm a
Saeed,
loser. But back
all you
to
can do is
topic.
kick your feet up, get some popcorn, and just watch these two go. It's
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, like
it's a very robust conversation, and I think there's a lot of emotion on both sides, and I don't really feel comfortable that much to speak about it because my view would be very subjective as opposed to being objective. But anyway, I think let's get back onto track. Uh, talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
this discussion about cancel culture, and I just thought of something. I mean, cancel culture and freedom of speech. Can that work? Can the two go
No,
together?
no. So
freedom of
that's
speech
another
I do
right.
think is important.
Let's
I
say
think freedom of speech is important, but I do not think it should be used. I think when you start using your freedom of speech in a deliberately start using it in a
when you
negative
Abusing
start
it.
way,
abusing it,
that's when it's a
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
What?
yeah. Obviously,
Oh,
when you start abusing your freedom of speech, that's when it becomes a problem, right? But at the same time, right, everyone's gonna have their different opinions. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, no, exactly. Okay, so
yeah.
not everyone is gonna see
Everyone's
eye to
threshold
eye.
for freedom of speech is different,
Yeah, yeah,
I would say.
like
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. But like obviously, there's some things that freedom of speech doesn't go under, like being blatantly racist or being blatantly homophobic or being blatantly sexist, something stuff like that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is not that is not freedom of speech. At that
You
point,
could,
you just
to be honest, you could easily call that, in my opinion, you could easily call that hate speech because, like,
yes, yes,
you are deliberately
yes,
just slurring someone else's, whether it be religion, sexuality, race, or whatever,
exactly.
like that you could easily call that hate speech. Because I don't believe that. I believe in freedom of speech. I just don't believe in the abuse of the power to speak
Yes,
freely
yeah.
and to share your
As
opinions openly without
as
fear of
as
judgment.
as Lita said, she said how freedom of speech is used as an excuse these days. It is like people come out to say some hate speech stuff and then say, "Oh, freedom of speech," which is correct. But at the same time, right? There's some things that are said. If I could give an example, I would. But some things that are said on the internet as I don't know, not as a joke, because a joke is also used as an excuse nowadays. But it's not hate speech, and you can note that it's not hate speech. It's just one's opinion on something. And that person, I've seen celebrities get absolutely nailed by that opinion, right? And that's where, like, if they were to say this, let's say 5 years ago, 6 years ago, but no one would care. Like
Yeah.
well, not our generation, but our society has become so pressed with everything that you genuinely can't say anything that somebody else won't agree with. Like you have to keep everything that you want to say to yourself nowadays, and
Yeah,
be
you have to
so
think
careful of
about
what
it,
you
who
say.
you're gonna offend, and how controversial it might come out on social media. And it's just like all
Yeah.
this new information, and all of a sudden, all of this awareness, if I can call it that, on everything that says, like, okay, now saying this about this topic is wrong, but back then it was fine because we didn't know, and now because we know it's wrong, and then that gets you
To
cancelled. But freedom
to
of
to be
speech,
fair,
we have the responsibility to like talk in a way that doesn't disrespect anyone but get your opinion across, you know.
Yes,
But you can't
exactly.
please everyone, you can't not offend everyone. There's someone out there's
And
gonna be offended by you saying that you prefer chocolate over vanilla ice cream. There's someone out there that's gonna
yes,
cancel
yo,
hey,
you.
yo,
hey,
yo,
hey,
yo, yo,
hey,
yo,
that's like
yo.
saying orange juice is better than apple juice, guys. Ha!
Fun. Wait.
I'm
Uh,
Don't
gonna have
come
to
with that
go with
disrespect.
apple juice right
we
Don't
now.
didn't,
have to bring
Ricky.
that
We
disrespect.
didn't have to go there. It wasn't. I don't think it was that deep.
You didn't have to get that
I
deep.
don't think.
You see what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
It's just
wasn't. It
ice
wasn't
cream
that.
flavor. It's just ice cream. And look at
It's
their
not just
reaction
ice
all of
No,
a
cream.
sudden.
It's not just
No,
ice cream. It's deeper
no,
than
but
ice
it's
cream.
not
it's
just
not
ice
just ice
cream.
cream. You know what you were talking about when you said ice cream.
You
You
see,
know what
back
you
in
were
the
talking.
day,
But
you could have said that with absolute freedom, not being
No, you couldn't.
afraid.
No, you
Yes,
couldn't.
you could.
No, no.
You could
Back
have
in the
said,
day, if
I
you said that,
prefer
you'd still be
strawberry
judged.
ice cream to vanilla ice cream, and you'd be fine and unjudged. And now,
look, man, I can tell. I can. Person,
Get
I'm
your
gonna
life
say this for
together.
the record. Me, I can chow vanilla, like, but like chocolate's my preference. Like, I just,
Huh?
it's so, it's so nice. Like chocolate ice cream is great, man.
I thought you were on
That
my
is
thing
side.
he
is,
cancelled now?
I thought you were on my side.
no, but what do you mean? Wait, what? That you should? There's no side between. No, dude.
There
Like,
is.
wait, do you have a?
Vanilla is so
I
much
feel like
better.
Nick.
Vanilla is
Nick, I
like
feel like,
off the
yeah, you
charts.
strike me
Thank
as a
you.
vanilla man. Nah,
Thank
like
you.
vanilla.
Thank you. This
I feel
compliment.
like Nick, you strike me as a vanilla man. Like, me personally, chocolate. Bro.
Are we
Have you
talking
really
about the same
indulged in
vanilla and
chocolate?
chocolate?
Who would
Probably
have
not. But
thought
moving
that
on.
ice cream would become such a controversial topic?
Um,
Look
chocolate.
at that.
I just like the stronger. Uh, chocolate has a stronger flavor to it. So like, vanilla is very. It feels like cream almost. It just feels like cream. With
I'm
chocolate, it's a very strong, definitive, flavor. It's very easy to mix that with a lot of things. So like, chocolate is goated. That's just my personal
Why am
opinion.
I agreeing with Lesego again today? This is not a normal episode. Something's
Wow.
Chocolate is
something's
just
going off
nice.
here.
Strong definitive
They
flavor. Who knew you
nah
felt so strongly about chocolate?
nah. Like thing is, I feel like they think I'm talking about a different kind of chocolate. Whichever chocolate you think I'm talking about, viewers, that's up to you. But
No, the
moving
chocolate must
on.
have mint.
I mean, yeah, chocolate with mint is very nice. Chocolate with mint it gives it a very cool but strong flavor. If you put mint in vanilla, it's literally just mint ice cream, bro. Like
Okay, wait, wait,
it's
wait,
not
wait,
the
wait, wait,
same.
wait. This is orange juice or apple juice?
I think I'm gonna
Orange.
disappoint you. I'm gonna have to go apple.
Oh,
Apple.
thank God.
I'm,
Oh, thank
Apple
God.
all the way. There we
Yo,
go.
yo.
I'm
I thought you were gonna say orange juice. Wait, Zaid, you didn't answer.
It's apple. It's
Ah,
always
Look at that
apple.
serious face.
oh.
You're
yeah,
ready
that
to
is,
jump through the screen
Yo,
and attack him if we said orange juice.
bruh,
yeah,
I
I
was ready
might
to
have
cry.
been
I was
cancelled if I
ready on
said
the bamboo,
orange.
bruh.
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes,
But
Said
like,
yes.
it's just food.
yeah,
It is just food, and you
No, but that's
were
the thing,
already
right?
ready
That's the
to
thing.
choose
Here we,
violence.
yeah, but here we can banter about it. Like we can
And it's
banter about
nothing
the
wrong.
food side. can banter about the
Yeah,
food.
that's the thing.
When
I
it-
mean,
It's when it becomes serious,
I
then it's
yeah,
yo.
Yeah, that
I
actually
think
leads me. Yeah.
like I think that actually comes back to something that I hear a lot from people of the older generation, more on the vanilla side of things, like the elder millennial generation. They say that the human or people, society has gone soft. We've
Yes,
gotten soft with the
yes,
sensitive and everything.
yes.
And me, I know for a fact that I'm surrounded by a lot of people who are the very opposite of soft. Soft is not a word that describes these
Exactly,
people
exactly.
at all, because I know. I mean, sometimes you walk into a PlayStation lobby and the first word is the first thing you hear is "Here is the nigger." It's life, man. Like that's just sometimes the way we banter each other and stuff like that. So I think it's for the sake of context. It's not that we're soft. It's just we carry offense when the tone of which you're using to say something is derogatory. So when you're using a derogatory tone to, like, if we're having a serious conversation and you use that kind of a tone, like you call someone by a racial slur or you insult their sexuality, then it can be taken seriously and as an insult. But if it's in a banterful space and you're saying stuff, then it is easier to say those things because everyone understands. There's a general consensus around everyone involved. There's banter happening here. It's not a serious conversation. Like no one's being serious. We're all joking. We don't mean what we're saying.
But then again,
So it's the
listen,
tone that you use that oftentimes determines whether or not you're being derogatory or you're just playing.
yeah, but then I mean, comedians have been cancelled as well. And generally, comedians are the ones who say what everyone else is thinking, and I think he just fell off now.
Yeah, but
But-
that's the point I was gonna bring up. That comedian, like it's like that's why I would, again, don't understand cancel culture. Like he was being comedic, or she or whoever was, they were being comedic. So like,
Yeah, and I mean,
where's the line?
it,
That's what I want to know. For cancel culture, where's the line? Like,
that's a very interesting question.
where is the
I
line?
try to go. I
Is
try
there a
to go to
line?
the comments.
And you fell off.
What were you trying to do?
Yeah, follow. I was
Let's
trying to go
cancel.
to the
Okay.
comments, but the chat button is right next to the leave button. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. No, so before you fell off, basically what I was trying to ask you was,
Damn, it's so good by the base that you fell off, bro. How you feel about that, bro? You fell off. You used to be the main star, now you fell off. You got
Shame on
cancelled.
you.
nah, man. You know, it's someone's hurrah today, so like I thought I'd let them dominate the conversation. But I'm always gonna be here, people. I've never missed an episode. I don't see myself missing an episode ever. So, dedication. But yeah,
Dedication.
continue, Mohammed.
I
As you
just
were.
actually went blank. Yeah, I mean, you were talking about saying stuff in a comedic way, just for laughs,
Yeah.
and it's not actually meant. But then I just thought of comedians who've been cancelled as well. I think there was one last year. I can't exactly remember his name. But yeah, he got cancelled simply because certain people thought his jokes were inappropriate. So then that leads to the question that Nick just asked: is where do you draw the line?
I feel like with jokes, nah, you can't please everyone. Like in general, you can't please everyone, and so like someone's gonna get offended. Like with, for example, the whole Will Smith thing, right? Chris Rock made a joke that comedians will like they'll make fun of someone appearance or whatever that they've done, and people will laugh about it. But because he took it personally, or whatever the story that we have decided to go with, that he took it personally. The reason for his violent actions is because he got offended by the joke. Everyone else laughed. So it's subjective to how someone takes the
So
joke.
then cancel culture shouldn't
He
be
wasn't
a thing.
offended.
So then
He
cancel
actually
culture
wasn't the one that was
shouldn't be a thing.
offended.
Because
We're not going
if
But
into
yeah.
this again.
if we go by your
The
logic
reason
again,
for his violent slap is because after
because the aliens came down, whispered in his ear, and said that he
yeah,
must slap him, so he went to go slap.
yes, he had a change of
It
heart.
was his wife, the fate. It was his wife.
We're
He
Okay,
not
well
like
then
going.
his
yeah,
wife was
she
the
found it
reason.
offensive. Everyone
Yeah, she
else
found it
left.
offensive. Then yeah.
So there's really
And
no
then he caught offense to the, or he felt like he had to do something because he found it offensive.
Okay, shut up
fine,
now.
but
Okay.
whatever.
The truth, though. It's the truth, man. Like, it's
Okay.
facts.
So then cancel culture on that note shouldn't be a thing because cancel culture isn't subjective. It's whoever
So let's
wants to.
cancel culture.
Yes, but can
Wow.
that ever happen? Because
I mean, if it can happen to other stuff, it can happen to something else as well.
can't. It can't. There's
Again,
so
it's
many.
mindset. It's perception.
Yes, I agree on that one. It's how you choose to take it. Not everyone's gonna get offended by the same things, and you can't make everybody happy. So like, just gotta be careful, I guess.
So,
Find your demographic. Like I feel like if you have your people, like okay, like for example, if you're like an influencer who does comedy, for example, then your audience will be the ones who don't get offended by that. But then if some random person comes
yes,
across your page on the For You page and then they get offended and then they leave a comment in there and then more people who aren't in your audience find that, then those people start getting offended and then that's when you start getting cancelled, when it's taken out
yeah,
of
but
context
okay.
or something.
So
Okay, so if
very,
yeah,
a very good example, Dave Chappelle, which they brought up in the comments as well, right? His jokes have always been known as. I mean, they're not racist. They're not.
That's
I
why
mean,
he's one of my favorite comedians.
they're
He's I think
jokes.
by far my
Yeah,
best comedian.
he's probably one of the
So,
best. He's for me the best comedian ever.
yeah,
But right, his jokes aren't for the faint-hearted. Right, he's not very. Like, I mean, he'll say shit that some people won't agree with, but the fan base around him will never let that man get cancelled because he's been cancelled, well, nearly been cancelled so many times. But
Mm.
people have come in, try to cancel him, and then everyone that backs him has been like, nah, 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 not let it happen to an extent, like it's
I
gotten really
think
close. But yeah,
I think in the context of Dave, it's always been a thing of people understand what it is with him. And a lot of the stuff he says,
recently though,
sometimes a lot of I think a lot of the stuff he says, oftentimes, like if you just watch a lot of Dave Chappelle,
uh,
you'll know that he is a very controversial guy. But sometimes the things he says is a lot of the truth. So people
yes, but
understand that.
Mhm.
But recently though, he's been in
Whatever.
so like no, like when was it the Josie Schmulier,
Oh,
whatever
Jesse
thingy?
Smollett.
Yeah, that thingy. After, did you see his show about it? The whole comedic. His
No,
okay,
no, I
well,
didn't see that. I haven't seen
he had
that.
an opinion on it, basically saying that it was cap and whatever, and people came on to that man for it, and like because that's the thing, right? Back in the day, he could say mad shit. No one would no one would care. Everyone would laugh. Why? Because Dave Chappelle said it. Because we all know
yet.
that that's not what he means. He doesn't mean it in any type of way besides how he said it. Now, though, there are new people coming in, don't watch him, don't know him, whatever, but they've seen a clip on TikTok or whatever, and kind of like that, they wanna involve themselves. They wanna
I feel
start
like,
doing him.
look, I learned something yesterday because I posted on a status that like something
Huh?
is being shut down, something that is important to a lot of people, and someone I think of him as kind of a mentor. He called me out on it, and he's always the kind of person that'll make sure you're somewhat politically correct. But I think what I learned yesterday is make sure you understand the full context of a situation before reposting and reacting to it. Don't just be reactionary. Don't just get emotional for no reason without actually looking at the full context. Because if you go
Yeah,
off
but
the
that's
basis of one clip, then you may fall for every little thing that that source tells you.
yes, but
So
that's
it is
cancel
always
culture.
good to do your own research.
That's
Yeah,
cancel
cancel
culture.
culture does
It's
does
just
have a habit of just being reactionary. Yes, it is, and
it's
that's why I
legit
say it's for trolls.
reaction.
Yeah,
If
that's why I
anyone
say
in the
cancel culture is for trolls
if
because
anyone in the comments
troll.
agrees with cancel culture, please like state why and like
Yeah,
I
let
wanna
us know. And if
genuinely
you
no like I
like, I
genuinely
actually
wanna see
wanna.
yeah I wanna
Yeah, like
like
let
see
us
the other
know and
side.
actually also go to the link in the comments to join the meeting. I want to see what you're
Yeah,
saying about
because
cancel culture and all that
like
because
I'm not here to fight
um
with you. I'm not here to fight with anyone. I genuinely just
yeah,
wanna know.
we ain't
I
trying
just
to
wanna see.
box, but like we would very
I
much
don't wanna see.
like to understand.
I
You
can
know,
feel
I'm
the
just
violence
telling
behind
you.
your eyes, Lisaho. The sunglasses are hiding the
I
violence
don't
behind your
know.
eyes.
I don't know what you're
I
on
can
about. I don't know what
feel
you're on
that
about.
you would want
I'm
to
just
attack the viewers that would
I
like to
don't.
join, and that would not be a very safe space for them. But you're right
Look,
on the
man, I don't
whole,
know.
jumping to
Yo,
conclusions without knowing or getting emotional before understanding the full context. That is the pure basis of cancel culture, I guess. But then, like most issues with people being cancelled, is definitely context issues. But then there are some that are like valid where
cancel
you
orange
have
juice.
been okay. There's a whole
Cancel
full
orange juice.
context.
Orange
Leave
juice shouldn't
orange
be
juice
allowed.
alone.
Cancel
I get
orange
that
juice.
apple is great, but
Look,
leave orange juice alone.
yeah,
Stop
orange juice
Cancel
is
being.
nice. It's just apple is better.
cancel
You
orange
shouldn't
juice.
get rid of one because the other is better. That's like,
Mango juice though is the best type of juice. No one
yes, I
argue with
agree.
your
Mango
wall.
juice, yes.
Thank you. Mango juice is the ultimate juice and argue with your wall.
Mango is the
But
ultimate fruit, but yeah.
facts.
I'm,
Zaid's back.
I'm not having mango.
Finally. Zaid's back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Fall off. Loki, fall off. Hikey.
Technical
Okay, yeah,
stuff
man.
with the
People fall
internet.
off, man. It's life. It's life. People fall off. You
Hmm.
used to fall
Guys,
off. I know
I've
Ricky was
never
famous for falling off at one
I've
point.
never
It
fallen off.
happens, guys.
I've never
It
fallen
it
off.
hap-
Never. Don't ever.
Yeah, I
Just
I
mean,
think you
falling
did.
off for
don't
three
Nick
weeks
hasn't fell off.
don't don't
It's
happens. I think
oh
it
wow.
counts as a fall off if you like disappear for like
look at
3 weeks on end.
Lisaro's
But
fans are here now. Lisaro's fans are
what do
Let's
here
you
now.
mean, my
cancel
fans
them.
are here?
Let's
Ah,
cancel.
you know,
Let's
Cancel
cancel
well,
them.
culture.
when
Let's
it's
cancel
good
them.
it's nice to be acknowledged. It's nice to be acknowledged when you look good.
Wait,
Like
did I
I
miss the
look good.
cancellation of orange juice while I was
Have you seen
gone?
those TikTok
Yes.
videos where they say like your friends come in your
I
comments
look.
and they hype you up and then they just doing it just because they're your friend
Yo.
and they don't actually mean what
Yo.
they're saying? I'm just asking. I'm not saying that's what's happening now. I'm just like, it just reminded me of a video that I've seen
So what you
recently where,
trying to say, Ricky? What you trying to say? What you trying to say? That I don't look good? You think I don't
I'm
look
just
better in this
asking.
thing?
I'm just
Because if
I'm
you,
just I'm
Lisaro's
I mean, I look
asking
good.
if you've seen it,
just lie
if you've
down.
ever
Lie
seen
down.
the
Rest.
videos.
Rest, Buffett. Rest. It's
Nah, like
she
I
killed
feel
you
like she
after that
coming for
one
me.
though.
So like,
She
nah,
killed you
fam,
after
bro,
that.
I look good.
Coming for you?
I can take someone out in this outfit. That's how good I look. I can cop numbers with this outfit.
You can also go
Before,
to
after
church
you
If
with
fall
that
off.
every
outfit.
girl in the comments that's shaking their head and saying no, you know you're wrong, bro. You know you're denying the inevitable truth, bro. But I look good, man. But moving on, um,
No, don't cancel
yeah,
me. I don't get
But yeah,
canceled.
I was gonna say,
what
right?
was the
And
conversation?
I was gonna say, right? And this I was gonna
Yeah.
bring up in one of our later episodes that you guys might like. We'll bring it up in June or July, I don't know when.
Okay.
Good.
June, you're gonna get
Okay,
canceled for that. You've been canceled
Okay,
for
go.
that.
So, right? But this it's on the same lines. But the they them thing, right? I've seen quite a few
Pronouns.
celebrities get pronouns get. I've seen quite a few people get cancelled because of them not remembering or saying somebody's pronouns right. Okay.
All right, I have something to say. I have something to say.
Okay.
Okay.
I was born the way I see it. I was born into a world where if you were a guy, we called you a guy. If you were a girl, we called you a girl. You assume those pronouns. Now, I don't believe anyone was born as a giraffe, apocalyptic machine kind of thing, genetically enhanced, whatever. So I'm gonna give you the same pronouns that you had when you came into the world. And if you don't like the bro, like I'm gonna tell you like this. I'll tell you like this. I don't care if I
If
discuss
I
it. I'm
could
gonna tell you like
insert, if I could insert the Minecraft digging sound right now, I would.
this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Because me, I'm an honest guy. I'm an honest guy. If your pronouns don't make sense, I don't care. Then I will assume for position and call you what you look
Bro,
like.
bro,
If you get
this
offended
guy
by
is
that,
going
it's
down to
life,
the
dog.
core.
Brock Lesnar's
This
daughter
guy
looks
is
just
going
like
down
him.
to the
So you take your L's and you hold it, bro. That's your problem. That's not my problem. I don't care if you want to be referred to as they or them. Okay. If you come to my shop and you want to buy something and you're referring to yourself as they or them, you're paying twice for that thing, bro. That's it. That's it. I don't care. You want to be recognized as they or them? That's
Hey, hey.
now that I've gotten that out of the way, guys. I don't really believe in that whole they or they.
You are
Okay, at the very least, I think it should
you
end
are
with
lying.
they or them. I think it should at
You
the
are
very least end with
lying.
they or them.
Lying.
But if you want me to if you identify as a pony or as a professor, as a doctor, I'm calling you they or them, bro. I don't care.
Except,
Me,
but
personally,
but
personally.
we all know, just in your heart, you're lying. Okay, but the last part I kind of agree with you. Look, the whole they them pronouns, it grammatically doesn't make sense, but we get onto that in a later episode. Okay, what I was going to say, now that I can get back to topic, was what was that there have been a lot of celebrities that have been semi cancelled because they have forgot to state somebody's pronouns, or they have, as they call it now, assumed one's gender. Um, right? As they've said, for a female, they called her or that person she instead of them or they, right? So
Love that.
He's leading the way. He's leading the way all the way through.
facts. That's my leader there. That's my leader.
I had to pioneer, bro. I had to
But
start a revolution.
I nearly fell off my chair. So if
I think we're all waiting for that day.
for check,
Yeah.
that will never happen. Never.
Let's see about that.
So if somebody's
Okay.
made a mistake, because I've made that same mistake, and Ricky knows in the what's our group chat, in our group chat, I made that mistake a few times because I'm not used to it by calling somebody they or them. So I referred to this person as she. Okay, it was an honest mistake because I did not speak to about this person or to this person all the time, but I did say she said this or whatever, and then they correct me, right? And I wouldn't then take offense. I wouldn't tell them to shut up. I wouldn't like whatever. I'd respect that. And then people came at me and wanted to cancel me. Cancel me! Me of all people. Yeah? But because I called her she once. I said she.
You're
You
still
said
saying
I
her.
called her she.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
You did it
Relax,
again.
guys. I'm sorry. I called her. I called.
Okay, is she a girl? Is it a girl? Is it a girl? Is it a
Yes.
girl? Is it a
I
girl?
Are
think.
they not? It is not an object. It is for objects. Unless
they
you want to
wait.
be an
Are they a
it,
girl?
then
Are they a girl?
they
Are they
have
a girl? Are they a
identified
girl?
as an it. They are they. If
Okay,
I
Are
come
they
and I
a
say,
girl?
No.
Lucifer is my friend, she is such a good person, like she is
Are
such a
they
good
a
girl,
girl?
wouldn't that offend you though? But okay, that's not part of the
Yeah, I'd be
topic.
pissed because I know that I am a guy. But like for me, I'm strictly a guy. I've never been anything else. I'm never going to be anything else. Even in the way I carry myself, I am a guy. So for you to call me a girl, that's not even offensive to my gender, but that's an offense to my personality and my masculinity essentially, bro. Like I am a guy. I was born a guy. Like this is my biology. I was made like this. There's more like testosterone. You know the spear. You know the boys. Everything. Like it came with me out of the womb. It was like day one. I'm a guy. So it doesn't make sense for you to call me or try to
That's
identify
your
me as
identity
a
though.
guy.
And nobody's
But
questioning
with
or
another
Yeah.
person,
disrespecting
nah,
or
nah. But
disagreeing with that.
with another person, the reason why I disagree is because with another person, they were born as something else other than what they are trying to identify as. If you want to be called by that thing, please go get surgery so that it's easy for me to understand, bro. Because me, I'm
Bro, you
lost.
can't
Now
just
you're a
tell
girl, you
people
wanna
to go
refer
get surgery like it's
you're a girl, but
fine.
you are a biological female, but you want to be referred to as a guy. What am I supposed to do with that now? I'm fit now. Come on, let's be serious here.
So if
Um,
Okay,
I don't think
okay.
that
ha-
Wait,
that
wait,
this,
wait, guys,
this is a
guys,
topic
guys,
for
guys.
another day.
Yeah, that's what I'm
thing
saying.
is me, man,
But
me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're
no,
I
continuing.
speak
save
for
your
all
canceling,
those.
save some of your dignity and your save it for the next. Save it, ne? Just you've dug your grave
Yeah, it's
deep
fine.
enough. It's
It's
fine.
fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine.
I'ma still jump out of it regardless. It's fine.
Okay, so right, as I was saying before before you two went on a rampage, okay, you two
Mm.
down there went on a rampage. But as I was saying, right, I nearly got cancelled. But fortunately, like me and that person, me and them, did I say them or they in that sentence?
Me, yeah,
Them.
would be them
Me and
would
them.
be
You
the
see,
most
that is
accurate English.
Just say
grammatically.
we.
Yeah, no, but now I could be saying we for the whole group. Me and that person, there we go. Me and that person cleared things up, and like I cleared things up with her that it was an honest mistake, and that I I genuinely did, and that I'm not trying to bash her pronouns or anything.
There.
And but
I
you
did
see,
that. It's fine.
you see, it's confusing. It's confusing. It's what
It's
I'm.
not that confusing.
No, but the thing is, right,
Yes,
for
it
me,
is.
right, it is
It's
because
not.
it's what him, her, him, she, hers, whatever. That's what I've grown up knowing. Like I've known this. So this has been a new change, and it's gonna take me some time to get used to it. But once I will, and I
It's
will
gonna take
try.
all of us some time to get used to it.
Okay.
But don't
So
be resistant to learning if
yes,
you're gonna
exactly,
say
exactly,
it
exactly,
takes some
exactly.
time.
Exactly. I'm not resistant to learning, and I am, I am trying. Like obviously, I did like apologize or whatever, but then I apologized on the group, but no one would take it. No one. They said I was being homophobic, and
You're
and they took
not.
everything that I said out of
You're
context.
not.
And I was gonna cry.
You see, one thing I don't appreciate is people who take things out of context just because they are very emotional. Because that just
Cancel
shows.
culture.
Yeah, I mean,
Cancel
cancel culture was
culture.
engineered for the kind of people who can't handle their
Sensitive
feelings
people.
properly. Yeah,
Yeah.
very sensitive. No, but just not just sensitive, but people who refuse to use their minds, off like people who refuse to think, immature people, babies, children, toddlers. That's
So
their pronouns. That's the pronouns that I give to those kind of people, toddlers, those people. So yeah, I don't like I feel like if I was there in that situation, I would have backed you up and just said, guys, you're blowing this out of way out of proportion, and fine, if you want to be referred to as a certain thing and I get it wrong the first time, correct me. Don't come after me, because if you come after me, then I will use the same well, let's just say I will repeat what I just did like 2 minutes ago. So correct me and then I will try to do it properly. If you come after me, fine. let's just say, dog, you're not gonna like me after that, like, because I'm gonna do some and say some things that you do not appreciate. So yeah,
Let's just say
I don't
cancel
know.
culture is stupid and it's just rash. It's irrational or it's
No,
rash.
no, no.
Yeah,
I,
it's immature. It's
I
immature.
think we've
Right.
I
got
don't
a,
even.
we've
I
got
feel like.
someone. Just before we
Aibo.
wrap
I
up,
feel like.
I think we've got someone who wants to join into this conversation.
Okay.
Hello, Kat. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Away.
Is that Katlego?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
yep, the one and only.
Okay, way to
One and
confuse me.
only. Let me just do
Uh,
this. Hi.
What do you have to say for us today?
So you are wrong, dog. You cannot overcharge people because of their certain gender. That one was wrong. That one was wrong. There you went wrong. Offside. Don't do this.
Red card.
dog. But if you're saying they, Brian, it
Offside.
means there's two of them. So I
Offside.
just have to make sure. I said,
Why didn't you ask them? Why
I'm
didn't you
good.
ask them how they want to be called?
You see, Zaid,
No, I'm saying
Zaid,
like if
that's
I ask
Yeah.
when
them,
you put your feet up again, put your hand behind your head,
Yeah, and you
and
just
just
watch it unfold.
observe.
yeah. So basically, Ejo, if I ask them and they tell me, oh yeah, it's they. Um, yeah, then you're paying too, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like
You see, it's just like me
because
saying
it's getting some of them on the
Because
it's
technically,
just
I
like
see where
me.
he's coming from. I see where he's coming from because technically, right? If you're talking grammatically, they refers to
yeah,
more than one person or them.
exactly.
But Mina, I'm saying nothing. I'm out of this conversation. You,
But
Ricky,
it's fine.
and Kat,
It's fine.
you can talk. You can
It's fine.
That's
discuss.
wrong. It's just
The
me
Well,
saying.
thing,
let's keep that energy for next week.
Keep
Or
it
Yeah.
whenever it is that we
it's
have the
fine.
conversation.
You're saying Liseo should pay double because he's wearing glasses. That's what you say, basically.
You have a fair point.
It's fine.
That
Don't
makes
do
sense
that.
to
It's
me.
Don't do
fine,
that.
dog. It's
Okay,
fine.
but
I retract my statement.
Kat,
Thank you.
before we go, no? Opinion on cancel culture. Wait, first of all, what do you think cancel culture is? Second of all, do you agree with it?
You see, I'm lost when it comes to cancel culture. If you would please explain it so that I
Okay,
give
sure.
the correct statement. Baba.
Speak from your heart.
No,
Speak from your
explain what
heart.
it is. I cannot give feedback on what I don't know it
Okay,
is.
okay,
Hey, Joe,
okay. You know what cancel culture is. You know
Uh, what
when
is it? Is the
okay,
question.
That
yeah,
means our
okay,
entire
right.
hour of the
So,
discussion went in vain.
exactly.
Bro,
The
we
That's
were
the
message
so,
point.
didn't
so
get
you
I,
across.
I
know,
the
was
right?
whole
writing.
time.
I was writing. I just jumped in.
Bitch,
But
okay,
you saw
but
when I
like
jumped in.
essentially what it
This
is,
one. Yeah.
essentially what it is when someone does something that people, a group of people feel are incorrect, and therefore condemn them to the point of you
No return.
you are being painted in a bad image as a person because of something you did or a mistake you made, even like something you've done, whether or not it was a mistake. So it's like if Nick or if I go out in public
I was
and
gonna say
and
don't
let,
invoke
let,
me.
let's say I have a shop,
Yeah.
and then someone comes to me and then they tell me I must call them by they or them, then I say, okay, if it's they or them, you must pay twice. Yeah,
This guy's
then a
on
group of
us.
people who feel like that's wrong, they will come to me and then they will be like, like, they will basically judge me and say, you are cancelled. People must, like, they basically slander your name and everything. So,
You mean by
you're like,
cancel culture? We mean by cancel culture. Don't list. Don't that explanation was bad. That
Thank you.
explanation was bad. Thank you. Sure.
At least, at
Okay.
least, at least, at least you got my point. At least
Okay. Sure.
help me.
So
Yeah.
cancel culture is basically,
Mhm.
getting cancelled is when somebody takes your opinion or what you've done,
Oh,
what you've
and use
done.
it badly against you.
Yes, but at the same time, what you could have done could have been bad, could have been racist, could have been homophobic, could have been whatever, and then it's justified. Then they take
what
that,
will,
and a whole community come together to
Mm.
basically basically end your career, as in your
Yeah, it's
social end
basically
your
like if a white
end your social career.
creator, like James Charles, for example, there's a video or there's some white creator out there whose
Double
video
homicide.
has them saying the N word, right? And because they are white and them saying the word, it is wrong to a group of people because there's some people who believe that anyone can say it, right? But to the people that are offended by that, then they go and they say, James Charles, he did this thing and it's wrong. Let's go unfollow him. Let's go be like hashtag James Charles must fall or whatever, whatever, whatever.
That's
And then they
wrong.
unfollow him. They
Exactly.
hate comments
They,
and
they then
yeah.
James Charles doesn't get any advertisements anymore. He can't
They
make
should
YouTube
first
videos. YouTube
ask the
blocking him.
person.
Exactly. So now that you know what cancel culture kinda is, okay?
Yeah.
Wait, what was wrong with my explanation?
It's
Because
terrible.
Nah, you were saying
you were bringing your
something.
stuff into this now. Shush.
Trying to
Okay.
Nah,
justify.
wait, allow it.
Shush. Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
can
So
you
oh, give,
believe in it? You agree with it?
do you
Nah,
agree that it should
nah,
be a thing?
no,
Because it's
because they don't.
like
Yeah,
because they
speak.
don't
I'm
continue,
listening.
continue. No, continue.
No, because like they don't go to the person and firstly talk about the situation. They just get together and go there and try to cancel. Why don't they try to talk? Why don't they try talking to the person first, and then from there, if the person doesn't listen, and then they can carry on with their movement.
That's
Because
true.
just
That's true.
randomly ending
that's a fair
someone's
point.
job
That
career is wrong.
that's a fair point. That's a
I
that's
mean,
a fair
yeah,
point.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, cancel culture is dumb. It's stupid. It's on somebody's opinion.
Yeah.
It's subjective. It goes against everything that people preach for and make movements towards, as in
Like imagine.
equality and so
Yeah.
not equality, but like just opinion, people's rights and shit like that, right? So imagine being cancelled for something like that. They do exactly cancel culture, right? Nowadays they bring up stuff that somebody said years ago, no,
And
years
then get
ago,
cancelled for that.
and then they
Try that
cancel
issue,
them
please.
now.
See what happens.
It's kind of dumb because you taking someone's bread and
Yeah.
soul over something, a misunderstanding sometimes. It's kind of
Exactly,
wrong.
Out of
It's kind of
context.
wrong.
so I think
Context is very
we're all in
important
the
to avoid cancel culture, actually. If you just get the full story behind something, then you can just avoid this whole ridiculous
I
thing.
mean, we got
No,
Liseko's
but
full story, and he's still gonna
no,
get
but
cancelled.
sometimes
But
though.
yeah, no, he's cancelled definitely. We don't need his
He's
full
hundred
story.
percent
Guys,
His
cancelled.
statement
all I
was enough.
do, everything I do for this channel is purely based on a sense of content. People
No,
who know
but
the real me don't know that I like to waffle. Ask Ricky. I love waffling. Sometimes the art of talking absolute rubbish. It's just I purely enjoy it. But
I don't
I
know.
don't mean everything
Cap,
that I say.
I don't know how
I
I feel
don't mean
about that.
everything that I say, guys.
that
cap,
I
means you're
don't
being
mean
fake to the
everything that I say.
podcast. That means you're not
cap.
being real to the podcast. Wait, that means you're not being real to the podcast. You're
Okay,
doing things
fine.
for
Like I'm
Exactly,
real
exactly,
sometimes, but
exactly.
sometimes I'm willing to add content. Like it's
wrong.
adding sauce. Sometimes
So
it's
you're
just
being
adding
fake
sauce.
now.
But you want me to be
So you're
real?
You
being
were
fake.
very passionate when
No,
you were
I'm
on
not
that
being
rant
fake.
today.
So
What
you're
is the
being fake
point
now.
of dog? You have to be real with your people
You
Okay,
and
called him
okay.
out
understand
right
who
there.
You want me?
you
You
are.
want me to say the best? Okay, the best way for
And
me to say it.
miserable.
Okay, wait. The best way for me to say it. Best way for me to say it is some of the things. Yes, I do mean them, but I over exaggerate them.
You see,
So
now
I
we
You
just
don't
see,
know
like
whether you mean
sometimes.
it
cat,
or you don't.
cat. This
Look
is
at him
No,
trying
no,
to
no, 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 no. I
save
do mean it.
himself.
cat. This
I
is
do mean it,
cancel
but I'm
culture.
like kind of exaggerating. So with the whole they them thing, no, I do not
Mhm.
personally agree with going
Say,
crazy
listen, you don't
over
have
the
to.
fact
We
that
don't have
someone
to
isn't
be like
using
this.
your
Because you wanna
preferred
be
pronoun.
funny, that's
But I
why.
am not going to
Not
make
also
you buy.
medium.
I'm not going to make you pay for the chocolate twice simply because you're using a different pronoun. Look, I don't understand the whole pronouns thing, and I guess it is a way to balance out for people who are from the more trans community and
Again, we
try.
get
You know
onto
what?
this next
That's actually an
episode.
explanation. That's an explanation for June. I'm not doing this right now.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly, exactly. There we go.
but yeah, yeah. But
Cat,
like basically what I'm
what we
saying, I
just
over
cat,
exaggerate
what
a
we
lot.
just did here. Cat, what we just did here. That's what cancel culture does for everything, for anyone's opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cancel culture.
Okay.
So I think we're all in agreement that cancel culture is ass and shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, it's
Can I
Yes.
throw a
I mean,
spanner
I
in your
wouldn't
works?
say half the
Yes.
things I say.
Yes.
You said we're all in agreement. I don't think I'm very much on a board. I think for like 90% of it I do agree, but there's that 10% that is still very skeptical. Now I'll tell
Can I
you
ask you
why.
something? Okay,
Sure, go ahead.
you saying 90% out of 100, you choose to pass than to fail. So you would ask, you're on board. 50%,
No.
50%,
I still have
it
my
was
reservations.
understandable.
You see,
Yabu.
I
Okay.
agree that cancel culture can get
Yes.
really, it can get annoying at times and it can go overboard. But I do think it's necessary at times to make sure that there's consequences for people who go on a rampage and say stuff they're not supposed to be saying.
But
And I mean,
at
if
the
it's
same
offensive,
time,
it's offensive, and there's a reason. I mean, it's not just one person that's being offended. It's a whole mass of people that's being offended, and a lot of people can't be wrong at the same time. So if someone says something offensive, then perhaps it
Yeah.
might be, and maybe they need to
but
learn a lesson. But at the same
but
Mm-hmm.
time,
at
I
this,
mean, canceling people over stupid things, innocent mistakes, I don't think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah, everything I
as a
said was a
person,
mistake. Everything I said was a mistake.
No,
It just
Lesejo,
fell out
it's
of my
fine.
mouth.
No,
It's
whoa,
fine, dude. We accept
whoa,
you. Even
whoa.
though you don't accept others, it's fine.
The words just flew out of my mouth. I don't know where they came from.
Okay, so but Zaid, right? On your logic,
yeah, yeah.
we used to do that as a society. We used to do that before cancel culture came around. We used to still punish people for their actions
Maybe
if
we
they
used to
were
do it without labeling it, and now we've got a label.
I can ask you a
Yeah.
yeah,
question.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you think if, like, maybe I'm owning a podcast, do you think I'd say things on purpose just to get cancelled? Let's start there. Some of them, it's a
I think
mistake.
so.
Like, it's a channel.
It is
People
a
would do
mistake.
No,
that.
no.
It is a
Would you
mistake.
Publicity.
But yes,
would you say
exactly
something
what,
Yes,
to
what
get
yes,
Patrick
fired?
is
okay,
saying.
okay,
Sometimes
yeah.
it's a really good publicity stunt. I mean, we've learned ourselves
So
in school.
then cancel culture basically doesn't work itself because
Depends
now
the extent that it goes.
people are if people use it to get publicity,
That's dumb.
then they're not
It's
getting
just me
cancelled.
saying,
You can
Then
manipulate any system, I suppose.
if you going and saying something to not to be cancelled but to use cancel culture to get further, that means you're effectively doing the
you
opposite of what cancel culture wants you to do.
you shooting yourself in the leg. It's just like me going to my boss and saying, "You're not doing a good thing as a boss. Obvious, I'm gonna get fired." So
That's true. Oh
Cancel
yeah,
culture is a funny thing, man. It's weird. I don't know why
Yeah.
we do it. In
I
some
think
It's
cases,
everything
yes,
is
I
absurd,
agree
man.
with
done.
Muhammad on the thing of like, there are some
yo, I
points
was
where
gonna
it's
say
just
something mad.
ridiculous.
I was gonna say
No,
something mad.
let's you didn't let me finish my story before you come and attack. Listen, right? There are some parts and contexts where you have to put someone in their place and check and like, listen, man, okay, this was wrong. But then there's also, parts of like, it's just nonsense that you're canceling for, like, it's my opinion or whatever. So it has
okay.
its moments. It has its moments. But it's not a permanent thing. People bounce back from such things. Like, because more things become relevant, something else happens the next day and something else trends, and then people forget about you, then you just gain your way back up there. So it's pointless, really.
Not everyone forgets.
Most people do, though. Like this Will Smith thing, it may not be forgotten, but it's not trending anymore due to something else. This
I know,
Johnny
but
Can I
Herb.
it's
tell you
the
something?
repercussions
Can I
have
tell
been
you
so
What's
much
something?
Johnny
Can I
bigger.
Herb?
tell you something? It's
Yeah.
still trending because now Will Smith, isn't it? Will Smith said there's a possibility for a divorce. Now Will Smith fans think
There
it's
is?
good. It's good that they
Yeah, whoa.
divorce because
Nick, why are you celebrating?
It's a good day. It's
I
a
don't
good
It's a
day.
agree,
very good
Personally,
day.
personally,
but surely divorce is not
personally,
good.
man.
Divorce
No,
isn't
no, me
good, but
personally.
Jada,
I think,
Jada is a
I honestly
snake.
think,
That girl should be
no,
should
yeah,
never
yeah,
be
most definitely she's a snake. And personally, I think Will Smith would be happier with Margaret Robbie. I don't know. It's just. I like that image. I just like her better
Oh.
for him than I do Jada. I mean, of course, it's like he's not gonna listen to this and say, "Oh, yeah, you know, he said it. Yeah, it makes sense." No, like, but like, I still think he'd be happier with Margaret Robbie. Yeah. I
I
just feel
just
like
think he'd be
this is a
happier
good
with
day.
anyone
He's
but
been in
Jada.
this relationship for way too long. It's taken its toll on him. We can all see.
He
So I
must
think
move
it's just
back to
better
the
that
streets.
he.
The streets are
It's
calling his
because
name.
it
Yeah,
was an open relationship. That's why.
It wasn't.
exactly,
No,
exactly.
it
It
wasn't an open
was.
relationship. Jada made it an open relationship.
But you as a
Yeah,
man, would you allow an open relationship?
never.
How are
No,
you supposed to
Oh,
feel?
no.
How are you
That's a
But you
supposed to
see,
feel?
whole other
but
topic
you
yeah,
see,
that's
right
not good.
there.
but you
Please,
see, Will
the
Smith
open
was dying
relationship.
for Nyash.
Hey, so
Will
how am I
Smith was
supposed to be
dying for
comfortable seeing
Nyash.
another Gen on my hand,
He,
bro? Like that's my.
he fell for Will Smith fell for Nyash. He died for Nyash.
Hey,
Now we cannot go to the
nah, but that's
Oscars
it.
for 10 years or whatever years it is.
That's it.
No, but
Hey,
I
Joe,
agree,
Ted,
guys.
would you be okay with seeing with your hand entertaining other Gens? Down good. Nah, I can't do an open marriage. Dog. Oh,
Danko,
hey, man, I have to hurt
Danko,
someone. If she
Danko.
someone's catching bullets there, I'm sorry. Yo, hey,
One thing
imagine.
about
Okay,
me,
but let's
I am
we're
colored
not
blood.
we're canceling people now. We're not shooting violence of open relationship. That's another whole topic, right?
Jada should be
No,
I don't know
And
how
all
Jada's
agree.
not
no, I
cancelled.
refuse.
I
Where do we
don't
draw
know
a
how
line in
Jada.
culture, canceling culture? Where do we draw the line?
The
You see,
line
we
is
asked this,
Ye-
blurry.
we couldn't answer
It's a
this.
blurry line.
No, because
Anyone
I
can
can
get
answer
offended
it.
by
I'm just like
anything at this
I
point
want
in
to know
time.
your
You can answer it. Answer, please. I would love to hear your answer.
What's your line?
Nicholas. Nicholas. No, I feel like personally, as y'all said, you can't draw a line. But if you can draw a line, like yo, Zatin, class. For example, the whole Johnny Depp thing, right? We all know the story by now. What's going on?
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
that there could have been a line drawn for them not to go to social media, if that makes sense? Like keep
I
things
mean, like,
private.
Once
I
you're in the public eye, I don't think you can keep anything private.
yeah. Once you're a
But
celebrity, I don't think you can keep anything private. Really, can't keep much private at least. Once you're
but was
that
there a
big,
need for you to make it private? Like if you were Johnny Depp,
wait.
would you
Are
think to make
you on the side of canceling Johnny Depp or Amber?
I'm on the side of canceling Amber.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone's
No,
on the
because
side
I
of
have a reason why. Let
I
me
just had
say
to
why.
make sure. I just had to
Also,
make
it brings
sure.
back to the other time. It also brings back to when we were like when y'all were talking about men are trash thingy, right? We all saw what like Amber did,
Yeesh.
what Jada did. Do you still think that that same slogan still applies? Because I personally
No,
don't.
No,
no,
but
it does
you see,
not.
we can't do anything. Okay, sure.
And
This is
that's
my
not the
opinion,
same
right?
instance. You can't
This is my
apply
opinion. This is
a
my
thing to
opinion.
something
Women can't
different.
be cancelled. Women just don't get
Yeah,
cancelled.
unfortunately.
You see
Women
now,
don't.
Exactly. Not everything. And the thing is, in
The
this
only
generation,
woman that was cancelled is Sienna May. I think. What's her name?
you're
Is it
using the
Sienna
wrong
May?
who can
term.
you
You're
cancel?
using
Didn't
the
we
wrong
cancel the vegetarian lady as well on TikTok?
No.
She
She didn't
was
get
not.
cancelled.
Personally,
You're
I
using
don't
the
have
I
a
wrong
thought she
problem
was.
with vegans and vegetarians, bro. As long as you don't put your stuff on my grill, we're
But
good.
here's
Actually,
As
another
no.
long as
No,
you
we
find
did cancel the
your
vegan lady.
fish.
Yes,
Huh.
we
The
did
vegan
cancel
I'm
the
teacher.
pretty
vegan
sure
lady.
I'm pretty sure
Because
everyone
she was
knows
racist.
I'm pretty sure everyone
Yeah.
knows this lady on TikTok. This lady who eats like raw stuff for content. I'm not sure if y'all thingy. Do you think that she should be cancelled?
I've never
Why? Why
heard
are we wasting
this.
our
Why?
time canceling people
Eating
over
raw
stupid things
food.
now?
Eating
That's
raw
for,
food.
It's
that's
for
your
wearing
food.
glasses
that's
for
her
content.
If
choice.
you want
If you
digestion
want it,
problems, that's on you, man.
Who is that
if you
offending? It's not
if you want
offending anyone.
your bumhole to die to commit suicide, go
Yeah,
on by
bro.
all
Like,
means, do what you want.
if you want all sorts of problems, if you want to get constipated, that's your party in fun. Just know we're
Exactly,
not paying your hospital bills. That's not our part.
exactly. So, but Zaid, it looked like you were gonna say something before Lita was gonna say about throwing the
Oh, I'm
line.
so sorry, Zahid. I'm
No,
very
no,
sorry.
no. I'm
No, no,
cool.
no, no.
Actually, no. I haven't got anything much else to say.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
yeah.
Okay, but on the line, during a line, I feel like there should not be a line because there shouldn't be cancel culture in general. We should, if we want to cancel, I do not, if we want to cancel people, it will only be on the basis of racism or sexism or whatever that case may be, something like that. Personally,
Yeah,
all human beings will make mistakes.
Yeah. Cancel
But
them if you're
that
before,
is
directly offending
that's
someone. That's, I think,
yeah,
where you draw the line. A
and the
direct
reasons
attack
to
on free speech.
yeah, and the reasons to
Mm.
cancel
Okay.
someone should be relevant, please.
Hmm.
As in,
relevant.
Yeah.
Like the one
I think
the coach.
it needs to.
Yeah.
Rest, rest, please.
Okay, anyway,
Uh,
cancel culture. Right. There you go. We just canceled you guys for laughing at her mistake of speech. There we
I just
go.
cancelled
Well
Lesego for
done.
wearing glasses for content.
In the
Was
house.
cancelled. Liseko was
now,
He wears
cancelled.
wait,
glasses for
Ricky,
content.
wait,
Ricky was
me,
willing to
me,
stop
me,
censoring.
guys, I,
No.
Yes,
I'm
you were. Because
corrected
the
by
men are trash.
people who
Because the
correct me
men
in
are
my
trash.
home language all the time. So I think it's only fair that it works both ways. You know, it's not that deep.
Not that deep.
Me and
Yeah.
Zaid and Kat, we stayed far away from being cancelled. Today,
Yeah,
we're
I
good.
don't, I don't, I don't cancel. You know,
I'm
I'm not a
always on
part of the
point with
culture.
me. Me
Uh,
canceling you
No, you don't
for wearing
cancel, you get
glasses.
But
cancelled.
then
nah, but
You
you
again,
say you stay away from canceling.
you don't
You
get
don't
a
What's
say.
going
cancel,
on?
you
You don't
get
get a say.
cancelled.
You don't get a say.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're cancelled. You don't get it.
It's alright,
You're
it's
cancelled.
alright,
You
it's
don't get a
alright,
say.
it's
You
alright.
follow. You
But I
follow.
think that's about it, right?
That's about
Yes.
it.
yeah,
Wait.
I think
No.
that's it from
The
my side.
Yep.
announcement.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
The
like in terms of the
announcement.
discussion and everything.
See, are we
But
done? We done
yeah,
discussing.
viewers, there is an announcement.
Yes.
I'm gonna let the
My
person
announcement.
responsible for the announcement. Yeah.
My announcement. Okay. I finally got to do that. That's so nice. I get what you're doing now, Nick. Okay.
I
There we
love it,
go.
man.
You see.
What else? Man?
Yeah, okay. So this is my announcement. Kind of an unfortunate announcement, really. I've enjoyed these past 14 episodes with these people, these crazy human beings, and it's been really fun. But sad to say, today was my last episode on the Youth Lounge podcast. Um, life happens, things happen, and you just gotta go in a different direction for a little bit. But I'm grateful to have this opportunity with these amazing people, and I have no regrets. And it was a really fun and cool experience. And I wish these people the best. They're gonna take this thing really far and do awesome things with this lovely podcast we have here. And I'm gonna keep supporting them from behind the screen, cheering them on and whatever they need. And I just want to thank all of you guys for your support, the comments. Like today was a really, really good episode, a lot of engagement there. I loved the comments, interacting with you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your viewing. I want to thank everybody for that. It was, it's been a really amazing journey, and thank you for being here. And I'm gonna miss you guys all, but see
Ricky,
you.
are you replacing my tissue box? I need a new
No,
one.
unfortunately, I
After
got
this,
I
I'm
got.
gonna need a new one, and I
I'm
also need a
sorry.
therapy session as well. So
This is pain.
I'll be your
But
therapist,
Dog, you are the
but
mother of
yeah,
the broadcast, dog. What are you? Okay.
excuse
life
me.
is life is
Life
life
happens,
is life is
man.
life happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Okay, but
nonetheless, I think it was quite exciting. It was enjoyable to have
yeah.
Ricky on the show as well.
Ricky,
And
can we have
yeah,
you as a guest in June?
Yeah, of
Just
course, of course,
possibly a guest in June, because
of
just to
course.
control that one man,
You must be
guys,
kept in check.
yeah,
You must be kept
because
in check.
I know I might sway with him a bit, so you might also have to keep me in check a bit as
Of
well. But
course.
you know what? Yeah, we
We
Because
do
shall
there is
see.
no
also
house. Because
we
there is
do
no
also
house
are
without the
we
mile of fun.
Exactly. Exactly. Um. Yeah. That's gonna be the
Yeah.
episode.
Um,
I think.
and then of course, as Ricky goes out, Dita
Okay.
comes
Okay.
in.
I was gonna say.
So
Are we announcing? Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
But
welcome
we
aboard,
have
Lite, and
we
good
have
luck to
a
you, Ricky.
new. I'd say.
Go ahead, Nick.
Okay. Um.
Okay.
Although
We
you're
not
pretty much just gonna say what I did say already, but
exactly. Exactly. Sorry. Not a replacement, but a not a replacement, but a replacement. You know what I'm saying? Um. So in Ricky's place, it will be followed by none other than the beautiful Lita, English, Lita herself. Um, yeah, if she wants to say anything or stay muted, it's fine. But yeah, that that that's gonna be the new lineup, gents. You'll see us next week, same time, same place.
That's being why are you saying gents? You see, we're gonna cancel
I
him.
say, Putek. I'm not doing this now. I'm not doing this now. I say gents for everyone. Gents. It doesn't mean women. Doesn't mean
It's
men.
just
Gents
what?
doesn't mean men.
Wait, wait,
It
wait,
means
wait, wait,
everyone.
wait, wait. Let me
Okay,
ask
this
you
is
a
an
question.
off-camera discussion. Thank you everybody for watching. They will see you next week. Not cancel
Peace,
culture. They've
everyone.
all been canceled. It's been a lovely time. Thank you for
Relax, relax.
everything. Bye.
Putek.
Like,
right.
subscribe,
Bye.
Don't forget
comment,
to like and
share,
subscribe,
all the
and do keep the
things. Love,
conversation
love,
going in
all
the
the love,
comments as
all the
well.
love right there. Love
Yes,
you
sir.
all.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Peace.
Bye.